I would often describe Faer as being one of the strongest, most fragile kids there is. There were emergency visits to the stollery. There was ambulance rides. It's terrifying. I didn't initially think about Casa House, but we needed support. It was a psychiatrist who, in that first meeting, was able to give Faer finally a bit of a diagnosis that made a bit more sense. And on that date, we had our referral put in for Casa House. He explained and he said, I think this is the program.
When I first came to Casa, I had no clue. I just thought, well, there's something wrong with me. Going to Casa, being able to see, not just see other people at Casa House, but being able to understand from some of the amazing therapists I got, no, there is a reason your brain is feeling this way. There is a reason you have all these big feelings, as my mom put it.
All of us were nervous about it. The day we dropped Faer off, I initially took a half day because they gave us very clear guidelines about the time frame and what steps we would be going through when we arrived. And I thought, okay, yep, we'll be done. I can go back to work. And there was so much information given to us as we all got there. We were able to get Faer set up in their room. And when we kind of said goodbye, like leaving your 13-year-old in a facility, I got in the car and I was like, I have to text my boss and I can't go in. It was so overwhelming. It was, yeah, it was hard.
I'm so much farther than I ever thought I was gonna get. I distinctly remember having thoughts when I was younger, just being like, well, no, I'm not someone who graduates high school. No, I'm not someone who gets a big job. I'm not someone who can work for extended periods of time. And I was able to graduate with honors and outstanding achievement in the arts. And now I have a job, which is something that at one point in my life I never thought I would get. I'm able to just exist and, for lack of a better term, be a person in a way that I didn't think was possible for a very long time. When I first got my diagnosis, I remember sitting in the office across a big table from my psychiatrist. There was this moment of clarity where nothing was fixed, I was still struggling, but I had a name for it. And I knew that that was the first step, even when I was that young. Without the strategies given to me, without the help from teachers at Casa House, I don't think I would have, one, gone to school nearly as much as I did, and two, gotten as far as I did. It's not an end-all be-all. It's a constant journey, and specifically Casa House, I think people think that it's that end point, that's where you're trying to get, but really, it's the jumping point. You've been slugging along this whole time, and this is the moment where you're finally able to shoot off and get the help you need so that you can eventually land. And that jumping point is so important. It's that acknowledgement that you are working with it, you are trying. I can't promise that it's going to help, but I can promise that it's going to change things. And that's going to be big. It's big.
Everything's possible with the proper supports. Without Casa House, when things were absolutely at their darkest, I don't know what would have happened to Faer. I was so proud of where they ended up and how they were able to succeed.